Hey guys, I'm SSX and welcome to my tutorial for the kicked out early exit glitch. With this glitch, you can get into the kicked out slopestyle event from an all-peak race or all-peak jam and finish the event down at the finish line for kicked out, which is the closest finish line from the top of the mountain you can actually get to, at least at the moment. In a bit, I'll show you the steps for this trick, but first I want to make sure you know how loading zones work in this game. So here in Freeride, we're in the Peak 3 mid station, Black Station, and you can see in the top left the snowflake counter, showing you how many snowflakes you have left to collect in this area. And that counter will be important because that'll be kind of a visual icon of what I'm telling you about. So now we'll ride the normal way into kicked out. And as we go in, you'll see that there will be a point where the snowflake counter for Black Station will go away. Right there. And basically that means we've deloaded Black Station, and if you tried to go back up, you actually couldn't, there's an invisible wall, but now we've deloaded the previous area. And now if we continue to ride forward, we'll hit a point where the snowflake counter for kicked out shows up, and that means that we've loaded the kicked out area. And that's important because if you miss the first load zone that deloads the previous area, then when you hit the second load zone, the game will freeze. I mentioned that first because with this skip, if you get a bad bounce, there's a good chance you'll miss that first zone that deloads Black Station, and you'll end up freezing going into kicked out. So if you feel like you missed the first zone, then select warp back into Black Station and you can restart the event and avoid freezing up. So now let's go through the steps on how to do this, and honestly, it's a hard trick. You won't get it all of the time, you might not get it a lot of the time, but here's kind of the method I have from playing around with this. So first, to me at least, you need to grind the second rock ridge you come upon. Grind that, then avoid the third, keep boosting the whole time, and that'll give you a good amount of speed to do this trick. So coming up on the Gravitude kicked out split, I try to be in the middle of the path, a little to the left of those tracks that were already there, boosting straight towards the rock in front of me. Then get ready to jump and jump at the end of kind of the flat section and jump at the E in race. When you're in the air, hold down on the left thumbstick to tilt your board back, and you should bounce off the rock and up and over onto the other side of the cliff. Then you'll ride over and make sure that you've hit that first deloading zone and you're good to keep going. So I have a couple other clips of me getting this, so I'll include those now so you could see kind of what needs to be the same across successful tries or what can be a little different. In all of them though, I'm in the middle of the arch and I jump at about the same time and I hit the E in race and hold back on my board to bounce over. All of those are pretty much the same. Actually, this one shows a little mistake and then kind of shows what that does. So here I'm going to be a bit further to the right on the arch and I'm going to hit the jump a little more head on and it's going to bounce me further over to the left. Now, I still recovered here and I hit the first zone barrier, but if I went any further left, I couldn't have done that. So here's one more success from my current PB in the, thrown to kicked out APR runs. I'm sorry this isn't a super comprehensive tutorial. It doesn't cover every part, but this trick is hard and I still have a hard time with it, but I showed you guys what I think increases success. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have a method that you think works really well, tell me about it and maybe I'll make an updated video. Alright, bye.